we're live on YouTube now, and I'm gonna just make a little explanation about our meeting. And I'm Philip, and all the immersions we have one host, and I'm the person to lead the conversation. I'm bringing 10 questions. We're gonna talk about our homes today and the YouTube video. Yeah. So we're going to discuss, practice, learn. There's no correction, there's no teaching, there's no grammar, no vocabulary, but a lot of good things. We're going to learn a lot by speaking. So we're going to start now. We have presentations. The conversation lasts 1 hour. And this is a 6 a.m. meeting. So congratulations to all of you. Very good. And let's go. Let's start. It's been a while, so I'm gonna ask Bruna to start. It's been a long time we don't talk.
Hello. Yes, it's true, Felipe. But now I think I stay to stay here a long time ago now, because I subscribed for the TNT for 2 years, I think.
2 years now, yeah. I have a long journey.
Yes. So I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I work at administration, government administration. I married. I have 2 sons. I like to ride a bicycle. Let me see more. I like to learn any language. Now I started to learn French.
Wow.
And the Spanish too. That's it.
Great. Very good, very good. So welcome aboard. Tasia, what about you? Present yourself.
Okay, hello everyone. Good morning. And I'm maybe in 5 minutes I will have to continue doing my coffee. Okay. I need to. Literally, I just wake up and go into here. So.
Okay, no problem.
I'm Tasia. I am 26 years old. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I'm single. I live with my mom, brother, and stepfather. And for me, it's have been difficult to consistently maintain one every day in classes, but at least one time a week I'm doing. So let's.
And the good thing about the 6 a.m. meeting, it's you do it in the morning, early in the morning, and then it's done. It's the first task, and you have practice.
I love it, Dad.
Very good, Tasia. Welcome aboard. If you need any support, any help, just let me know. Marcio, can you present yourself, please?
Oh, okay. Good morning, guys. My name is Marcio Nunes. I live from my city called Linhares. I'm 44 years old. I'm married. I have 2 children. Have a little dog, Bento. I studied English last 5 years. I had the opportunity to participate in last month, June this year. Now I returned December for participating with us. I need to practice a little every day. I'm developing a little my speaking skill abilities every day a little. That's it.
Very good. Welcome aboard. Good to have you here. Andrea.
Good morning, guys. My name is Andrea. I'm 45 years old. I was born in São Bernardo do Campo, but I've been living in Guarujá for 39 years. I am married. I don't have kids. I work as an assistant administrative in a Japanese restaurant. What else? My favorite color is blue. I like drinking my coffee without sugar, and I prefer wine than beer. That's it.
Great. Awesome. And you, Jack, my friend.
Yes, Philip. Good morning, everyone. Many points about me. My name is Shukimaye. I am from Portugal. Here in Portugal, Philip, the rain is coming again today. It starts raining again. It's not good for the families that are suffering with the floods these last days. It's a big problem. Then I am 76 years old, already retired since 2002. I am married with two kids, one son, one daughter, 3 grandsons. What can I say more? I like very much to travel when I have free time. I like to exercise in the morning after breakfast, and I like also to read the news in the morning, the news of the day. I like to read also. And also in many other occasions, I like very much to walk in the morning.
Very good.
That's
awesome.
it.
Awesome. Great. And Bruno, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bruno. I'm 33 years old. I'm married. I live in some city. And what else? I have 2 kids, you know. One of them is 9 and the other is coming, you know. And I'm here on
your
Talk
wife is
Talk.
pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if
congratulations. I
you
didn't know
knew
that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
She's 5 months, you know. Yeah. She completed 5 months, yeah. It's really, and it's a boy. It's a boy.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Awesome.
Thanks. And what else? Yeah, I think that's all. I'm here on TALK since 2020, and it's been a pleasure for me being part of this team, you know. Yeah, that's it, guys.
Amazing. Really good. And I'm Philip. I'm gonna do like the classical one. I'm 34 years old. I have been living in São Paulo. Not sure if I'm gonna keep that way next year. Really not sure. I'm feeling the will to move, to change. So I have shaved my hair. I took off my beard. I'm working out every single day, changing my mindset and everything. And I have been doing a lot of stuff. And I'm doing the 6 a.m. morning English meetings, not because of English, but because of myself. So I figured out that waking up early in the morning, having like a ritual, routine, it helps me a ton, helps me a lot. So that's the reason why we are here. And since we are like 7 people here, I'm gonna divide we in 2 groups, 2 good groups. And I'm gonna do the following. I'm gonna make girls in a room and boys in another, and the girls are going to be with me here in the main room. and the boys in the other room. And yeah, you have the questions, right? So please just keep in mind that you don't need to follow all the questions. If you want to change, create a new one, but in the other room, I need one person to lead the conversation, just to make everybody speak, okay? So, ready? Let's go. I'm gonna get you back like 5 minutes before it finishes, and enjoy, have fun. It's the most important thing. See ya. And Tasia, Andrea, and Bruna. There we go. We are going to talk about our places, okay? And before we start with the questions, I just want to hear from you. How's your place, your home? Do you like the place you live? Like, I don't know, do you live in a house, in an apartment, in, I don't know how to say any other kind of home, you know? But how can you describe where you live? It doesn't need to describe like physically, you know, but just how you feel about the place you live. If you live with someone else or not, you live by yourself, you live with your plants, your pets. I don't know. It's up to you. Andrea, how can you describe where you live? Not just your home, but anything you want.
I live in an apartment, and I live with my husband. And it was my wish to have my own apartment, so it's really important to me, for me, this place. And it's a place when I can relax, I can put my ideas in a right way. I can enjoy with my friends sometimes. That's it. I really love where I live.
Very nice, very nice. And you, Bruna, how can you explain it?
Well, I live in an apartment. I think it's not so good, not so big, and not so it's small. It's ideal for us here in my house. My family have 3 rooms, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I loved here. I received my friend, like Andrea said. I think it's so good for me. I loved. I want to move for the house, but now it's impossible. Because I think I need a garden. I love plant, but in apartment it's so difficult. No, the plant.
Yeah.
In the other things, on the other hand, I like pet, but my husband said for me that it's impossible in the apartment. I agree with him, but I wanted to a dog, but now it's not possible. That's it.
Yeah. I totally get it. Totally get it. And you, Tasia?
Well, I really love the apartment that I live in. It's big because there are 5 people here, 2 brothers, mother, and stepfather, and me. And I don't know, used to be a dog too, but she passed away last year. I don't know. I think that I like here.
Great. I live in a small apartment here in downtown São Paulo for the past 3 years, and the thing I love most about living here, not just because I live on my own by myself, but I have a huge view. I live in the 22nd floor, so it's really high, and I love the view to work. So I'm here, and Like, it's not like living in Rio as Tasia with, but yeah, there are buildings and everything. But it's cool, especially when it's dawn or when the sun is setting. It brings me joy to live here, so I really enjoy. And my favorite place in here, it's really the balcony, where I can, like, I have my bike, I have like a place to meditate or to just spare my mind off, and also my place to work that I work here. Yeah, so, and this is my next question. What's your favorite place where you live? Do you have a favorite room or not? Bruna.
Well, I think it's my living room. My living room, it's together with a dinner room. So I think it's the place I receive my visit to my friend. It's the place I have a good moment with my family. That's it. I think in the pandemic, I was revitation. I think it's revitation in this living room. So it's very cozy. I love to stay there to read my book, to do my meditation. I think it's a good place.
Nice. Great. And it's really good to hear why, like, a place in a home, it's the favorite, like why you enjoy most or not. Really good. Thanks for sharing that. Tassian, what about you? What's your favorite place where you live?
Well, my favorite place is my room because I have peace here. I have a brother if 3 years old, so my door it's closed all the time, really all the time. And I don't know, looks like me. I don't know if it's guns the word, but guns of kung fu that I practice. So I like to watch. I have my books. I have a lot of things that makes me, so I feel comfortable here.
Nice. So it's the place where you can be on your own, to have your own your own space, right?
Exactly.
Nice. And you, Andrea, do you have like a favorite room or favorite place at your home?
Yes, I can say that is my bedroom because there is my study place there when I spend my time studying or doing my things, and also my little balcony because I can put a head, I don't know how to say, and relax. And there are many plants, Bruna, in my balcony. You should try to have plants in your balcony. I don't know if you have, but there is a space for that, for my plants, and I really love because
I think you could say net. Not sure.
net.
Not sure.
Okay, thank you, Philip.
I'm
And
gonna
then
check.
that's it. Two places that I like the most in my house.
Yeah,
So here, oh,
yeah,
sorry, Felipe.
Oh, go ahead, Bruno.
Yes, but here I don't have a balcony in my apartment. It's
Yes.
terrible now. But I put my plant in the living room. I think it's so good. It's to decoration. I love this.
Hammock.
Hammock. Thank
Hammock.
you.
Hammock. Yeah. Hammock. Yeah. I used to live with my parents, and I had like, just in a nutshell, I started to the act of gardening and stuff, like caring about plants and learning a lot. And a curiosity to all of you. Talk and Talk and the methodology and the way we learn, it started because of plants, because of gardening. Just because I remember to 2016 when I shifted career and I started to teach. I fell in love with a lettuce, like a baby lettuce, you know. And then I started to enjoy plants and everything. And I started a garden with my ex-girlfriend. We lived together. And then I started to learn a lot. And after I came back to my parents, and then there was still there. It's just, there is still this place, like a gardening and a place with a lot of things that you can really plant. I don't know how, I forgot a lot of words related to gardening, you know. And then I started a project called Horta do Amor. And back there, I was like, I don't know if I go this way, if I teach English. I was like just testing things out. So there was a chance to not be here with the project, with English and everything. But I started to pay attention on a basil. You know basil, Angelico? And basils, they taught me how to learn, especially when we achieve that intermediate level. When we achieve that intermediate level, it's like when the basil gets old and it doesn't grow that much anymore, like the leaves and everything. So you need to cut it off. You need to, you know, to make basil feel pain, to hurt the basil. So the learning process, it comes along with pain. There's no such way to learn without pain. And pain, it's very like, each person has their unique feeling of pain. So the whole learning by experience, there's a methodology, a book that we follow, but also this inspiration about the nature and how it evolves and how it develops, because it's not a strict line. It's not like step by step. It goes back and forth. As Tassia said, oh, consistency and everything, it's pretty normal. But we are keep going and we believe that we can achieve something. And it's not English. It's something else that we are going to need English or Spanish or French. Why do people learn like 3-4 languages? If you have English, you have it all. But people want to have more, and each person has their unique dream about life and about projects and goals. And the language is the middle way for that. So that's why I have been telling, I do not like English. I don't care about language itself, the language itself. But the communication, it's something that brings me joy and make me like, it makes my heart beat really strong. Okay, so yeah, just a curiosity. And sorry, I speak too much. And so talking about home, and I'm not going to ask any of the questions we have here. I'm going to bring something else. Do you feel at home when you are in your home? Or are there moments that you don't feel at home? Or have you ever felt this way, like, I'm in my own place, but I do not feel at home? Have you ever felt in your entire life something like that? Even if it was with your parents, grandparents, or friends, or whatever. Have you ever felt, oh, I do not belong to this place? I'm searching for my own place, or because home, it's like, it's a feeling. It's not a place, you know? So have you girls ever felt this way? deep question. I don't know how I brought it up.
You are amazing, Felipe. I don't know. I've been living in Guarujá since my 7 years. And I believe that here is my place. Although I was born in São Bernardo do Campo, my whole family lives there, but I don't know, when I go there, I don't feel the sensation that São Bernardo is my place, because I'm getting used to living here in Guarujá. And I don't know, I like.
Tássia.
Well, I think I can go with two paths to answer. First, I lived with my dad for 1 year, and I never felt like home, like I feel in my mom's, you know. So this is the answer, literally, like what you just asked. But the other way to answer is that besides I feel like home in my mom's, I don't feel like I want to be here, and not because I want to live alone, but because I want to travel the world, and I don't feel that here it's home in this another way to see, you know. I feel comfortable, yes, in my home, but I don't feel it's done, you know. So it's another perspective to the question.
Yeah. I asked this because I remember sometimes not feeling at home in a couple of places, even when my parents, my grandparents, when I was a child. I remember that feeling, like, I don't know. I really remember I was like having dinner and I wasn't feeling that. Oh, this is really my place where I belong. I don't know. And I have been feeling that for throughout the years, especially when I lived in US back in 2011. When I lived with my ex-girlfriend as well, we lived together and didn't feel like home. So living here is the first time ever that I really feel at home, like this is my place. First time ever in my life. So it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. Have you ever felt that, Bruna?
Yes, yes, I have. So I think an interesting question, because one time I moved with my parents for the other house when I was a child, and in this house it's every time I think, but it's not my house. It's very strong. I think I'm a vacation for a moment. It's very interesting, and I said for my mother, strange. It's very strange it is, because I don't recognize. I think it don't realize it's my house. I think in the time I'm on a vacation, and she said for me it's for her. It's true. It's very interesting this. But now in my house, I live with my family, my husband and my son. I think it's my place. I feel it's my home. But at the same time, I think it's the temporary moment. I feel very well here, but I know it's a temporary moment. I don't know what happened in the future, but I hear and no, but I love to renovation my apartment, because I think it's very important to feel in bed good in the place. But I think no, I love to stay here, but I think it's the only moment. I don't know what's happened in the future, but now
Yeah.
I feeling so it's my home.
Nice. And what about traveling? When you travel, when you go to another place, another city, another country, I don't know, you visit a friend, visit a family member. How do your girls feel when you spend some time in someone's place? Do you prefer to be in someone's place when you're traveling, or do you want to rent an apartment or Airbnb, or to be in a hotel? What do you girls do when you travel? Or if you're not traveling much, the last time you traveled, how was it? Did you rent? Did you stay in a hostel, in a Airbnb, I don't know. How is this experience? Do you suffer traveling and staying in places? What's like, I just want to hear like your experiences about being in a place. And because lately, this year, I have been to events in other cities, and I felt something for the first time, that is the shower. It's been like something really terrible in other places. Like, I have a very awesome and amazing shower at home, and it's one of the best places also here. I love my shower. It's unbelievable good, because in my parents, the shower wasn't good, but I didn't know that. I didn't know. Now I know it's terrible. And when I travel and I go to places like an Airbnb or a hotel or something, even hotels, they do not have the shower I have here. So I feel like, oh, that terrible shower again. So it drives me crazy sometimes. I think I'm getting old. I don't know. I wasn't like that. So how do your girls feel about it? Bruna, do you want to start?
Yes. Well, I prefer to stay in the hotel with a breakfast because I love breakfast. Uh, but I think you want to know the city better, to know better the city. I think it's more interesting when you to stay in Airbnb because you like as the city people. I think I don't know if the correct word, but I think it's more interesting if you want this. But like a shower, like you, I think the shower is very important too, because if it's cold or slowly, it's very
Not too much
terrible. No?
water. I hate when there's no
Yeah,
water.
not much water. That's
Oh,
it's so bad. That's right.
yeah.
But in general, the hotel it's so good, no?
Yeah, I
The
went to
shower.
I went to Floripa, and I stayed in a hotel. Like, the shower was okay, but like, I think the expectations for a hotel, and that hotel specifically, was like, oh, it should be better.
That's right. So all the time when I choose the hotel, I in the photo I look the breakfast. I think it's very important for me because I think it's the first meeting all day, the day. I loved my breakfast.
Yeah. And you, Tassia, do you have that? Do you feel like when you travel, how is the experience?
First, I prefer to be alone than to stay in one's house. For me, it's better. I have my habits, and I don't like to have has to be social just because we are in the same space. I prefer. And also, my favorite thing about staying in a hotel is breakfast. So I think this is an experience
Yeah.
that I love. I think it's that. What else you ask?
No, just like the travel experience, and like if you, yeah, how is it like to be in a place, or what do you prefer most? And I don't know.
I
What
have a dilemma actually, because I really love to be on. I already say that I want to live and travel in the world, but for me, it's difficult because I am a routine person and I love to study and yeah, exactly. But also, I like to knowing other people and the culture and do different things. So for me, has to have you be a balance, and I have to do the two. So
Yeah, I think I wasn't like a routine person. I was like really the opposite. I remember I had another girlfriend that she was really pragmatic, like with things and traveling and going to places, like it has to be this way. And I was like, it hurts from my soul. But nowadays I really got why it's so important and good. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna follow like strictly 100% of things and everything, because I like to create things. Like we have the questions here and I'm going just in another direction. I love that, because there's room for things to create, to think differently. So yeah.
One thing that Stasia said about to the routine, but when I travel, I love to return to my house. I think I don't know if my bedroom, my bed in the specific, but I love travel. But I miss my bed, my routine. I think is this. I love. Oh my gosh, it's so good. You do travel and you don't you you do nothing. Sometimes it's good, but the routine in the my bed, I miss all the time. And
Yes.
one thing that you said, Felipe, I think it's so terrible for me, a challenge. That's the specific word. It's you don't follow the questions. Oh my gosh, Felipe said one ask me one thing that I know. When I answer, I don't know. It's it's terrible. My heart all the time is better a little bit. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's terrible. But I think it's very interesting because it's a challenge for to pay attention for you change
Real
your mind.
conversation. This is a real conversation.
Yes, but sometimes I didn't understand very well. I don't know what happened in my mind, but it's terrible. But I love this. I think it's a challenge to pay your skill.
Yeah, it makes your heart beat, I know, and that's what I'm looking for, to make people to sweat early in the morning, to really like finish this conversation like, oh, I was like, I feel like I was working myself out. I was like exercising, you know. So I love that, because this is what I'm looking for and here. It's not to, and I like to, and some people complain, you know. And for the next year, we're going to train all the hosts to manage the meetings, the immersions a little bit different, like the way we are doing here. Not just to follow the questions, but also to do different things. For example, sometimes we can split rooms in like 2 people if it's possible. If we know, like I know, like 3 people, it's not the ideal number, but I know people that they are here, they are going to keep here until the end of the meeting. So I'm okay and watching if they are speaking or not, because we can see if they are speaking, who is speaking more and less, and everything. So we can do different things. We can make like pairs, groups of 4, I don't know. So it's really to develop the leaders to be leaders for real, not just to follow and not thinking about what's happening. Because being a host, it's another level of learning, and you develop other skills, different skills, and very important skills for your family, your relationships, professional career. So like you need to be the leader of yourself. You need to understand processes. You need to be creative, and you need to have a very clear communication. That's all the market is looking for. All the companies, everyone. I didn't mention English. Okay. Andrea, what about yourself? Do you like what do you like when you travel? Like, do you like to be in a hotel, in a hostel, in an Airbnb, like in a farm, in a huge place with pool, with, I don't know.
I didn't travel so much, but there was an experience that I had. In 2018, I went to Italy alone with my bad English. That time it's worse than now. I stayed in a hotel because I was alone. I needed to be safe. And I didn't care about the hotel because I spent my time visiting places, doing other things. But after the pandemic, I changed a little because I spent some days with my mother in Paraty in October. But guys, nada, né? Nothing is like our house. My gosh, I can't wait to come back to my house. It's strange, but it's happened now.
Yeah. There's one thing I like most about traveling, is to have my own place to be, you know. And the first day when I arrive, and I do not like to plan like what to do. I like to spend the first day just browsing the area around myself, you know, talking to people, what can I do, and then getting notes on my phone, like trying to find a place to eat. I spend more money on that, of course, but at the same time, I have the feeling, because what I really enjoy doing in my life is to live experiences. It's really to feel the experience itself. Like, I remember the last time I went to Floripa, and I thought it would be hot, and it was cold as, like, it was really cold. And I forgot to bring one single coat, just one, or a blouse or whatever. And then I was like freaking out, really cold, really like freezing. I went to a place to have lunch, to drink beer. It's like the first thing I like to do when I arrive in a place, like finding a place to have food and to drink, and to talk to people that work in the area. Because I do not like to talk too much, you know. I just kidding. I really enjoy talking to people, but and the experience, like, and then I had to find a coat to buy, you know, and then it was another chance to meet another person and to exchange ideas. So all these sufferings that I have, they make me suffer, and I do not like too much. But after that, I remembering now, I feel like, oh, it was cool. It was a cool experience, though, like the money spent and everything. But yeah. I like to do plans in the place, like, you know, hard to deal with. It's hard to deal with me if someone is traveling. That's why I travel by myself most of the times. You know, I'm really a hard person to travel. Yeah. And that's another question. Do you like to travel by yourself, with someone else? How does it work? Just before we bring people back.
Well, I have never traveled alone, so I don't know what is it. I think it's so good because it's possible you have your privacy, you independent to do whatever you want. I think it's so good. And it's not necessary you worry about the other person, no? Because when I travel with my family all the time, I need to worry about my son. When I travel, the last time I traveled to abroad, I went Disney with my family. So it's very hard because my English is not so good in the moment, and I worry about the necessary to go to the hospital for one thing happened. It's so terrible when you travel with the other person and you need a responsibility about the person. So I think the travel alone it's so good because you don't worry about the other person, no?
Yeah. And you, Tassia, how do you feel about it?
I think I have to live to experience to have a preference, but I think that I will prefer I travel alone because I don't I think it's really for me it's easy talk with another people, so aboard people, and I like that. So have hand-on conversation, the street argument, look for the place to go. I like this experience. So for me, it's not a problem. No, don't have another one to talk like that. I know already. And also I have more freedom to doing the another part of me that I already said that is being alone, doing my routine. So I think it's the best of words, but I don't know. I have just experienced before.
Yeah. Yeah, living the experience is totally different than like what we hear from other people, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. And Andrea, if you would travel tomorrow, would you go by yourself, with your husband, family, friends, a lot of people together, just a pet? I don't know.
No, I would go alone. it's, it's nice to go alone because we can do what we want without concern about the other people. I experienced travel with other people and travel alone, and I choose travel alone.
Great. Yeah. I travel by myself. It's really the opposite. I don't have experience like traveling with someone else. Like I just have one experience that wasn't so good, but the guy I traveled with, he's like one of my best friends now. So, you know, not as good as I thought. And Bruno, Jack, and Marcio, I want to hear, like, we went through a different way. We didn't answer the questions that we have here. So I want to hear from you guys. What did you talk about? Who was leading the conversation?
Bruno.
Nice.
Bruno was a nice leader. Bruno.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Bruno.
It's the first time. I in YouTube, in some movies I already hear Bruno, but it's the first time face to face with
Bruno is famous.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Bruno is famous. So how can you sum up for us what happened? What did you discuss?
The guys in the room, they are amazing. You know, Marcia and Mr. Joaquin, they are amazing. The conversation was really good. You know, we talk about a little bit about our lives and how we conquer our houses, you know, an apartment in my case. And Mr. Joaquin, for example, he lives in the same house he lives there since 1982, if I'm not wrong, you know. And and he built on his own his house. It's really nice, you know. It's really great to see people conquer their dreams, you know, reaching their dreams. Is really nice to hear that, you know. And Marcio, he has his brother help, you know, to build his house as well, you know. And he told us that he needs to do some redecoration because the time is passing and you need to take care of it. You know, it's normal. But in to sum it all up, the conversation was really nice. It's really good to know a little bit about the guys, you know. Nice, really nice.
Very good, very good. And for you, Marcio, it was a good experience talking early in the morning.
For me, a great experience. Awesome. We can to talk about house or apartment. I get to talk about a little my kitchen where I like to cook for my family. I like to sit together, my wife, where we can to drink a beer or wine or water, conversation a lot. During we are to cooking in our kitchen. Sometimes different dishes for our dinner on weekends. This moment talk with my in the room. I like very much. That's it. Thank you.
Very good, very good. And we are running out of time, and there's the last thing that is really, really important. That is the survey, and I'm gonna bring to you the link, and it's gonna take like 5 seconds. Just tell me from 1 to 10 what you enjoyed or not. If you didn't, just press 1, or if you enjoyed, press 10. And if you want to make suggestions or to give feedbacks or recommendations, it's really free. I read them all for sure, for real. It's anonymous, so I'm not gonna know who is giving the recommendations or the feedbacks or complainings and everything. So no worries at all. And we're gonna see each other at 6 a.m. next week, same time, same place. For Monday, I guess you'll have already Monday morning, we're going to talk about social networking, then advice, then exercise, sports and fitness, friendship, footing and eating out. So we have the whole schedule for next week. And after that, we're going to take a break. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking if I take a break or not for the 6 a.m. meetings, because I think I'm going to miss the routine and everything related to that. So not sure yet, but let's see how it goes. And thank you so much, Andrea. Thank you, Bruno, for coming back. Tasia, it was a pleasure. Jack, Bruno, Marcio, thank you so much for coming and to support the whole community. See you next Monday morning. and have a great Friday, a great weekend. Enjoy, have fun, and see ya.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thank
Have a nice
you,
day.
Enrique
Bye,
guys.
and for all.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye, Jack.